Good morning, students. Open your social studies book on page 105. Let's read lesson number 18, the beginning of the freedom struggle. You remember we studied about the revolt of 1857? The revolt was started by the Indian soldiers in the British Army. And who shot the first shot? It was shot by Mangal Pandey, an Indian soldier, on 29th March. So let's read the lesson. The revolt of 1857 kindled means set on fire, and urged in the Indians to become free. Now they no longer wanted to be under the British rule. They felt they should remove their shortcomings if they have to become free. There were also many social evils prevailing in the society at that time. Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Narayan Guru were some well-known reformers who tried to eradicate means to remove social evils like sati, child marriage and caste system. Sati was a custom followed in which the wife had to jump in the burning fire. They also promoted remarriage of widows and the upliftment of women. They felt that without this change in society, India would not be able to unite and fight the British. Educated people felt that British wanted to keep India backward. These people wanted to build a modern society. They began to form associations, institutions, etc. of their own. They tried to draw the attention of the British rulers to their problems. Now comes the birth of Indian National Congress. You have heard about the Congress party. So now we will read how this party was formed. The Indian National Congress was founded by A.O. Hume, a retired ICS officer, in 1885. Its first president was W.C. Banerjee. The aim of this organization was to draw the attention of the British towards the difficulties and demands of the people. Its first session was held in Bombay, now called Mumbai. Thereafter, every year the Congress held its session in different parts of the country. Can you see some of the prominent leaders of the Congress were Dadabhai Naoroji, S.N. Banerjee, J.K. Gokhale, Madan Mohan Malviya, M.G. Ranade and Badruddin Taibji. They did a lot to arouse the national spirit of the people. These leaders of the Congress believed in methods of patience and persuasion. They were the moderates or early nationalists. So what they were called? Moderates or the early nationalists. But some leaders like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai, V.O.C. Pillai felt that strong action was needed to make the British understand their problems and the desire to be free. They were the radicals or the extremists. So what were they called? Radicals. Bal Gangadhar Tilak declared, "Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it." He wrote against the British in his paper, the Kesari. So he was publishing a newspaper, and the name of the newspaper was Kesari. He was arrested many times. So what did the British do? He used to put him in the jail. Now we come to the divide and rule policy. The Indian National Congress day by day became a strong and truly national organization. The whole nation looked towards it for guidance. This made the British afraid. They made all efforts to suppress its movements and activities. They then thought of the divide and rule policy. As Bengal was the center of nationalist movement, the British decided to divide Bengal into East Bengal for the Muslims and West Bengal for the Hindus. In 1905, the partition of Bengal was announced. People all over India opposed this decision. They knew that the British wanted to divide them. Now we come to the Swadeshi movement. At a huge meeting in August 1905, it was decided to boycott British goods. Boycott means not to use British goods. It meant using goods made in India only. Students and women also joined this movement. They organized procession and did not allow people to reach shops which sold foreign goods. The British could not face this movement. They had to abolish the partition of Bengal. Now what did the British do? The British first divided Bengal into East Bengal and West Bengal, and in one place they put the East Bengal was for Muslims and the West Bengal was for Hindus. And after that the people protested the Swadeshi movement. They didn't allow anybody to go and buy foreign goods. So this movement was totally compelled the British to remove the partition of Bengal. Now we come to the revolutionaries. Some people believed that violence should be fought with violence. They were called revolutionaries. Khudiram Bose, an 18-year-old boy, was hanged by the British for revolutionary activities. Revolutionaries like Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Veer Savarkar, Sukhdev, Ram Prasad Bismil, B.K. Jatin Das and Ashfaq Ullah Khan joined the struggle. Many of them laid down their lives for the sake of motherland. Some people went to foreign countries to win support for India's struggle. Madam Bikaji Kama went to Geneva and started a paper called Vande Mataram. Maulana Barkatullah and Raja Mahendra Pratap went to Kabul and guided the freedom movement from there. The people from Punjab who had settled in America formed the Gaddar Party to help the revolutionary in India. In 1940, World War I started. Many Indians helped the British government in the hope they would be granted freedom. But the British government used this opportunity to strengthen their hold on India. They made strict laws and used an iron hand to apply them. Iron hand to apply them means the Britishers were very cruel to the Indians who refused to follow their laws. Now we come to the freedom fighters. A freedom fighter is a person who wants his people to have own nation and independency. The freedom fighters of India played a great role in getting independence for the country. India attained independence on 15th August 1947. The hardship and sacrifices of freedom fighters led to our freedom of our country. Let us read about some of them. The first one is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He was born on October 31, 1875 in a village of Gujarat. He played an important role in India's struggle for freedom. He was popularly known as Iron Man of India. Because of his hard work and intelligence, Sardar Patel was senior leader of the Indian National Congress. After independence, he became India's first deputy prime minister. Then we come to Subhash Chandra Bose, who was an important leader of the Indian independence movement. He was an Indian nationalist and his patriotism made him a hero in India. He attempted to get rid of British rule in India during World War II. Then we come to Lala Lajpat Rai. He was a prominent nationalist leader who played an important role in India's struggle for freedom. He was popularly known as Punjab Kesari. He was one of the three extremist members of the Indian National Congress who gave their life for the independence of India along with other two members Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Bipin Chandra Pal. So students, the freedom that we enjoy today is the gift of these people who fought for the freedom of our country. So all of us must now live with love and brotherhood. Now all of you read the lesson and try to attempt the exercise given after the lesson. We will discuss it in our next class. Thank you. Bye.
What you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politics.